I get in here, so I get in. Yeah.
We've used the expression king of the roads several times already in this film, but I think the title is well justified. You've earned it the hard way. But what's it like to ride a very quick motorcycle like this at 180 miles an hour between brick walls, stone walls?
That's a difficult question to answer. It's not really too bad. You get used to it. You know, the more it's 170, 180 mile an hour, it doesn't seem that to me because I'm used to that type of speed.
Why do you like road circuits?
I don't really know. I think it's just because I was brought up with them. You know, I enjoy a road race better than I enjoy a short circuit. So many different type of corners. It's all completely different. It's really hard to explain. A lot of people have asked me that question. I just can't answer it.
Well, you don't need to answer it. All you need to do is keep going out and winning, of course. Well, the TT is a circuit that's has a special place in the hearts of enthusiasts all over the world, and you're one of the fortunate few who've gone round it very, very quickly indeed. What's it like to go around the Isle of Man quick?
Well, it's not so bad. If you put a camera on the tank, I'll show you what it's all about.
All right, Joey, we'll take you up on that.
OK then, Joey, here we go.
That's the worst bit of it, I think. You get a lot of butterflies.
Even before practice?
Oh, you get it every time you go out, really. That was a good example. You can't even get gears.
Was that nerves or just excitement?
It's just excitement and nerves are getting away. That's a little bit there at the top of that in the first lap. And your tyres is cold and you have to be really careful. Even down through the bottom, the same.
Bray Hill does look so quick, doesn't it?
It does quick. That's one of the bad bits coming up behind back markers in a quick place. You have to be careful.
There we are, quarter bridge.
That's not so bad, it's pretty slow. You still have to be careful on out for about 3 miles to get the tyres warmed up, because this is actually the first left-hand bend and your tyres is, the left-hand side is not even touched yet.
This is absolutely phenomenal.
Once you get through this wee town here, really your tyres is ready. Well sorted out by then. You can see you rev the bike away up, nearly over its limit, to get a good pull up the hill.
What is its limit?
It depends really. This one here you can go to, rev it around 11, 12. If you really have to, you can go to 13. But you don't want to be doing it 13 every year. You won't get far. It's really hard to know because them V4s, you know, I've rode them all year and you just can't get a limit to them. Just don't do anything wrong. Or
on a circuit like the TT, do you listen to the engine noise or do you watch the revs for maximum revs? You say you can't over rev it, but
no, you just get to know it. I could rev that bike till 10,000 every gear without even looking at the rev counter. You just get to know the noise of it. Along a long straight or a long pull, you kind of watch the rev counter a wee bit, but otherwise you don't.
Seems so fast through these bits here. How on earth do you concentrate? Do you do it automatically? Is it a reflex thing?
Oh, you kind of do it automatically. You know, it's really hard to explain. You have to be careful there in case the one will come in below it. If the one comes in below the bike, it will really stand up and you can't get it back down again.
How do you recognise one part of the circuit from another? I mean, point out the things that you see to remind you that you're at such and such.
I think it's just bits of the course I like. You know, there's a lot of bits that I don't like, and there's bits that I do like, and I kind of go from one bit I like to the next bit I like. I have a bit of an odd way of learning it because I don't really know the names of them. I just bits I like about it. I really like quick bits, you know, really quick corners.
Well, there's some quick corners around here.
There's some quick ones. And again, there's some slow ones. I really like this bit. There's a bale here always gets me away, just on the left hand side coming out of this. That bale out there. Seems to stick out. Coming up to Ballacrane here, it's not too bad. I'm not fond of Ballacrane itself. But after I go through Ballacrane, through Glen Helen and that, I really like it. It's just like the road races back home.
Can you make a lot of ground on people? Can you open up a gap here?
I can really make a lot of ground on people from here till Ballacbridge. Even right on up through to Ramsey.
Why is this bit your favourite?
I think it's because it's more like the road races at home. It's all in among trees and houses, walls, everything.